A Brandon Aiyuk trade to the New England Patriots is still potentially looming, but if a trade does happen, the New England Patriots might have to say goodbye to a fan favorite in Kendrick Bourne. There are rumors circulating around the New England Patriots right now. We have to break it down. This video is brought to you by BetUS. We'll talk to you a little bit later on how you guys can get a 125% sign-up bonus up to $2,000 on your first 3 deposits later on in today's video. Boy, oh boy, Pats Nation, there is some drama going on tonight down in one Patriots place over at Foxborough. Let's just get into it because there is a lot of tweets that we have to just break down. So let's get into it. In fact, real quick, let me share my screen. Okay, so this is coming via Twitter. Like I said, a couple of different tweets that we have to get into. But the first one is via Dakota Randall. This is a Patriots reporter saying the Patriots are expected to include former 49ers wide receiver Kendrick Bourne as part of the deal if Aiyuk were to accept New England's offer. We're going to get into my thoughts on, is it worth getting rid of Kendrick Bourne or not? Because I have a lot of different thoughts on this, but this is coming even from 49ers on NBCS. Breaking: the 49ers have the framework of a Brandon Aiyuk trade with both the Browns and the Patriots, sources are telling them. Now it's up to Aiyuk to decide if he will accept either team's contract terms. So biggest thing currently to take away is the ball is in Aiyuk's court. Right? The 49ers, if they do end up trading Brandon Aiyuk, they want to work with Aiyuk to make sure that the parting is mutual and that he goes somewhere that he wants to. He's obviously given a lot to the organization of the San Francisco 49ers, so they do want to have that respect. Now, if you're a 49ers fan watching this, the 49ers ideally do still want to keep Aiyuk around, but I mean, it's been months now. It's been months that we've been hearing that the two are just not on the same terms. And before the season starts, if they really can't get something done long-term, they might as well ship him off and get something in return for him. Now, there are 2 other teams other than the Patriots and the Browns that I am hearing do have interest. That is the Steelers and the Raiders. But from what's also being reported, there is no framework right now for a trade of Brandon Aiyuk between either the Steelers or the Raiders. The only framework that is actually in place right now is the competition between the Browns and the Patriots, which is very ironic because there are major parallels on how both of those teams like to run their team overall, but especially how both of those teams like to run their offense. A couple more reports that I do want to get into here is that the 49ers likely return compensation if they do trade Brandon Aiyuk, like we said. Now, to the Patriots, it would be Kendrick Bourne plus picks. If it is to the Browns, they would get Amari Cooper plus picks. A couple more things to get into also is that you have Mike Garafolo. So this is a verified source for NFL Network coming out and saying, I would say we are closer to him being traded, him being Brandon Aiyuk, him being traded than staying in San Francisco. So it sounds like all signs are pointing towards an eventual trade, whether that's to the Patriots or somewhere else. And this is a little bit more of interesting news, okay? Because the 49ers and the Patriots had a deal in place to send Brandon Aiyuk to the New England Patriots right before the start of the 2024 NFL Draft in exchange for that 34th overall pick. Now, unfortunately, Aiyuk ended up basically saying that, you can send me to the New England Patriots, that's fine, but I'm not signing an extension with the New England Patriots, which kind of tells me, hey, you have to give up your 2nd round pick for a guy that's only going to play 1 year for you because he wants to then go out into free agency, test out his options, and most likely sign somewhere else. Now, before we continue on today's video, I got to give a shout out to the sponsors of this channel all football season long, who we, of course, worked with last year because they are the best sportsbook on the damn platform. You guys know that we're talking about BetUS. Right now, link in the description box below. pinned in the comment section below to a link where you guys can sign up for BetUS. And that link is special because you're getting an exclusive offer, a limited time offer only right here on Patriots Global, where BetUS, if you sign up today, will give you a 125% sign-up bonus on your first 3 deposits up to $2,000. For those who aren't very good at math, for instance, let's say you put down $100. That then turns into $225 for you to play with, and you can do that on your first 3 deposits. Now, BetUS, they have the fastest payouts in the industry. They also have fast and easy deposit and the withdrawal process. They have a 24/7 personalized service, 365 days a year, live wagering on all major games, best betting variety in the business. You guys can also get a 10% back on your net losses 2 times a year. Did you guys also know that BetUS can even give you your very own personalized account manager? Again, guys, make sure you support the sponsors that support the channel. We could not be here without BetUS, and you guys, of course, are getting an exclusive offer. Not just that, but every single month of this football season, I'm going to be picking about 4 or 5 of you guys away that have a BetUS account, and I'm going to gift you $25 of free play to use on BetUS to maybe bet on some Patriots games or, just other NFL games if you're not so confident in the Patriots. One of my favorite lines with BetUS is actually their odds for the Patriots for the 2024-2025 season. Right now at -160, you can bet on the over of 4.5 wins. Now, a lot of you think the Patriots are going to suck this year. For those who really do, put your money where your mouth is. All right, TD, I'm talking about you. You said the Patriots are going to only win 3 games. Well, at +130 odds, you can bet the under of 4.5 wins. So if you think the Patriots are only going to win 1, 2, 3, or 4 games, then go ahead, put your money where your mouth is on BetUS and take the under for the New England Patriots at +130. Shout out to BetUS. Thank you for sponsoring the channel. But look, I really think that the New England Patriots are in the race for Brandon Aiyuk, and I honestly do believe that it is going to come down to one of these 2 teams. It's going to come down to either the Browns or it's going to come down to the Patriots. You look at the packages too, and it's really up to the 49ers on what they want, because would they rather have Kendrick Bourne, who is a very good number 2, number 3 receiver, or would they rather have a other wide receiver 1 in Amari Cooper in return for draft picks? Now, obviously, if they accept the Patriots offer of Kendrick Bourne, they're probably going to get a high 2nd round pick from the New England Patriots, right? You're going to get better draft compensation. As where if you take the Browns offer, if you're the 49ers, you're going to get Amari Cooper, but you're probably only going to get a 4th round pick in return on top of Amari Cooper, at best a 3rd round pick. So if you're the 49ers, would you rather get the veteran wide receiver and some not as good draft capital, or would you rather take a very good number 2, number 3 wide receiver who knows your system and get easily a top 100 pick in the 2nd round pick, which is really, if you think about it, how bad the Patriots are probably going to be this upcoming season, is basically a back end of the 1st round draft pick. And the interesting part too is that if you're Brandon Aiyuk and you're kind of trying to decide whether you're going to the Patriots or you're going to the Browns, there really isn't one place that's necessarily better for you than the other. Now, obviously the Browns, I would give the slight edge to, because they have Deshaun Watson. They have a little bit more of an established team. They're obviously a playoff team. They're a little bit more of a contender. They have, like I said, a more consistent quarterback situation than the New England Patriots do. But how they're going to use Brandon Aiyuk, the offense that he's going to be implemented in a West Coast offense, is pretty much going to be the exact same carbon copy, whether he's with the Browns or he's with the New England Patriots, because the Patriots are running a system under Alex Van Pelt, who is just leaving the Cleveland Browns as their offensive coordinator. And I don't think that the Patriots quarterback situation sucks. We don't know what Drake Maye is going to be. I mean, he could end up being a top 5, top 10 quarterback in the NFL. He could be a total bust. You also have Jacoby Brissett, who is a very good veteran quarterback, but he's not going to be a top 10 quarterback. You pretty much know what he's going to do and be at this point in his career. So if you're the Patriots and you're trying to land this deal, you're going to have to offer more money to Brandon Aiyuk to kind of sweeten up the deal. Hey, I know know that we're not necessarily contenders right now. There's a lot of questions about this team and where this team's going and this new age of the New England Patriots, but we're going to offer you more money than the Cleveland Browns are going to be able to. And we're also going to make you our bona fide number one target, not just our number one wide receiver, but our number one target overall. And every single week, you are going to be the top target implemented in this offense. If I'm the Patriots, I'm Eliot Wolf. That is the exact situation that I am trying to sell to Brandon Aiyuk. And so really, if you are Brandon Aiyuk, I think what this comes down to in choosing between the Patriots and the Browns is, do you go with the Patriots, which is kind of a more questionable destination, but you get more money? Or do you take a little bit less money to go to the Cleveland Browns, where they already are a little bit more of an established team, a contender with a little bit more of an established quarterback situation? As for the Patriots side of things, and I know this is going to be such a hot take, but I'm not a fan of getting rid of Kendrick Bourne for Brandon Aiyuk. I understand Aiyuk is younger. He's not coming off a season-ending injury. He is a much better wide receiver, but there is a diva mentality to Brandon Aiyuk. And I think that's been very obvious with him holding in practice and holding out of practice and all this drama and going live and making things kind of public to everybody and talking to Jaden Daniels and then both kind of going back and forth on social media. He's kind of been a diva, not to mention the fact that he basically said, you can, like I said earlier, you can trade me to the New England Patriots, but I'm not going to sign an extension with him. With where the New England Patriots are currently at, with the atmosphere in the locker room that Eliot Wolf and Jerod Mayo are trying to build, Kendrick Bourne is a massive, massive piece to that. And I understand you get rid of him ultimately to get better. But Kendrick Bourne is a very, very good wide receiver. And I think that he just needs to be given an actual opportunity to thrive. Bill Belichick never used him enough in this offense, especially didn't use him properly. And then when he finally started last year, Kendrick Bourne ends up getting injured and is out for the entire season. I think Kendrick Bourne has such a massive role on this Patriots team. He's a great guy both on and off the field. He fits exactly what the Patriots are trying to build in terms of culture, not to mention the fact that you just signed him to a contract extension this offseason. He could have went anywhere he wanted. He could have gotten more money that wasn't in New England. I think it'd kind of be a slap in the face to just trade him after he said vocally that he wanted to be here in New England. But honestly, guys, this is where I'm going to kick it off to you. What are your thoughts on this whole Brandon Aiyuk situation currently to the New England Patriots? All of the news that I just spilled out for you, and Patriots fans, I especially want to hear from you. Would you be willing to give up our beloved Kendrick Bourne for kind of the diva but amazing top 10 wide receiver that Brandon Aiyuk is? Let me know in the comment section below. Remember to leave a big like on this video and, of course, subscribe to the channel for all of your New England Patriots news. I appreciate you guys so much for watching. But most importantly, never forget, go Pats.